Boogie, drop that beat.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Talking Out Loud with Miss Talkative. Everything I say is my own opinion, alleged, and strictly entertainment purposes. Remember, I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video, let me know what you think. Y'all, Kenya Moore grand opening of her hair spa, it was absolutely gorgeous all the way around. There is no fronting. I don't care who you are, how much you don't like Kenya. That event was spectacular. It was, Kenya knocked it out the box. Whoever her event planner was, they got it right. Everything was top tier and it was absolutely gorgeous. It was fabulous, beautiful event until it wasn't. I hate the fact that Kenya allowed BRITT to steal the moment, steal her shine, even a little bit. I still don't believe that with everything that went on, it was a fabulous event, but the fact that Kenya did stop in her tracks of entertaining her guests on a positive to take it to a negative, I hate that for Kenya. I really do. Like I said, I'm not switching up because I've been liking Kenya all along. I do like Kenya. And I'm not switching now because I still like Kenya. I just hate that this happened to her in this manner. Kenya stated when she was in her interview with Carlos King that the thing about her is that she knows when to leave. She knows how to walk away. And I wish that this would have been one of those times that she thought about either and let Bravo know either it's me or either it's BRITT, but it's not going to be both of us. I wish Kenya had a not went that far. She went way out in left field. She went too far left. However, and I know a lot of people are going to say whatever they want to say, but again, this is my opinion and I'm just talking out loud about the incident as well. I can understand how Kenya went as far as she did. When they were at Angela's event and BRITT brought up the fact that she got weapons, pistols, whips, not one person checked BRITT right then and there. Nobody, I mean, yes, Portia got her in the car with her and took her on with her, but you didn't see not one person saying, okay, Kenya, are you okay? Nothing. And after that, you seen everybody. Well, you seen Portia and Shamia, Angela, Kelly. They all having sit downs with BRITT to let her know that she was wrong. And even though she gave this little fake apology, acting like she's apologetic and she wants to apologize to Kenya. She didn't mean it like that, but she said it like that. It doesn't matter how she meant it, it's how it was perceived. And if it perceived to everybody else besides BRITT that it was a threat, it was a threat. And regardless if anybody didn't perceive it as a threat, the person that it was the intended target, Kenya, she perceived it as a threat. It's a threat. The rule of thumb is you do not bring up weapons and all of that unless you intend to use them. You don't bring up weapons when you laughing and playing with somebody. You bring out weapons when you're in an altercation with somebody. So yes, that was a threat. I don't care if she didn't say Kenya's name or whatever. If Britt had just told Kenya, I'll kick your behind or something like that, no harm, no foul. Let the chips fall where they may. But Britt went so far left first. And Bravo, instead of Bravo stepping in, removing Britt, they just gonna let it play out. And I believe that production they knew that Kenya was not going to let it ride. They knew. And probably because Kenya stated that she asked for assistance from production. But in my opinion, I wish Kenya had to just put her foot down. It's either me or Britt, but it's not going to be both of us. Yes, I would have held up production. I would have held up filming until either one of us was gone. Pick one. It doesn't even matter if it's me, but the thing is, and if it take you too long, then it's going to be me. If it take you too long, then you don't have to pick. I'll choose. I'll remove myself because I'm not going to put myself in harm's way. Kenya has a daughter, and she should have never felt like nobody was protecting her. So my opinion is, when Kenya seen Britt walk into her event, I believe it did trigger Kenya in some way. You seen Kenya go off to the side, have to take a couple of drinks. She probably, in my opinion, she was triggered. Because Kenya and Britt, they had not had a sit down, a conversation, or anything. They have not seen each other since the prior event when Kenya was threatened. It didn't matter that it was people there. It was a whole lot of people there, because the event that they were at prior, where she was threatened, there were people there as well. So Britt don't give a doggone. So I can see Kenya getting triggered when she seen Britt come in. And if somebody then told you that they carry, then how are you supposed to react? Because now she's at your event. You don't know what she got on her, and you don't know what she's planning. It doesn't matter that she gave Kenya some flowers. In my opinion, in my head, I would have been thinking on the lines of, she's trying to get me off my game. She's trying to have me drop my guard, trying to soften me up with these flowers, trying to distract me so she can keep on coming with the bill of mess. She may say that she's sorry or whatever, because at the other event, at Angela's event, when Kenya walked in, she hugged everybody. Even if it was air hugs, that wasn't good enough for Britt. Britt started on her immediately. And it was, soft. It was a soft shade. But at the same time, Britt was still doing too much. So when she was at Kenya's event, and Kenya not knowing what this lady is on, because she hasn't spoken with her, haven't seen this lady since she was threatened, I believe that Kenya, her thought was, before she get me, I'm going to get her. I feel as though Kenya was like, let me not let her get the best of me this time. Kenya was probably hoping that this lady didn't even show up. And I don't understand why she showed up. Even if she was coming with pure intentions of apologizing, I don't believe that Kenya's event was the place for them to make up. I don't believe it was the right place for them to hash it out, because again, that was Kenya's moment. Allow her to have her moment, and then Britt come and talk to Kenya someplace else. Even if she have to set it up with production to have a sit down one-on-one or another meetup or something with all the ladies, because I'm quite sure Kenya wouldn't want to meet up with her one-on-one. But even if they were to have some sort of event or some type of small event, I can understand that. But Britt showing up, knowing that you threatened this lady with weapons, I believe that Kenya got triggered. Now, that still does not excuse Kenya from showing the pictures, but like I said, Kenya, in my opinion, was like, she probably in her head thought about what is worse than being threatened with weapons. What is worse? What can I get you back with to the point that I'm going to get you not just to leave me alone, but I'm going to get you to back all the way up off of me to the point where you never want to mess with me again. This lady went so low on me, had me scared, had me freaking out, and nobody did a doggone thing to come to my aid. Nobody did a doggone thing to intercept it. Nothing. No reprimand, no talking to her, nothing. I want to know what type of investigation did Bravo say they did, because all you had to do was rewind the tape and you would have heard everything that Britt said play by play. And if that wasn't enough evidence to suspend Britt, let Britt go or whatever, then you don't value your talent. Because even if I was just an innocent bystander out there that night when Britt was throwing her little tantrum and throwing out her threats, I would have felt some type of way, because when you shooting up in the air and stuff like that, or whatever, or trying to get at your target, that stuff don't have a name on it. It can go anywhere. Nobody said don't nobody know if this lady got a straight shot or anything. We hear about police drawing their weapons, and half the time it's not making its shot to the correct person. So for Britt to threaten Kenya and then show up at her event thinking that it's just going to be all well and good, and we're going to, sing Kumbaya, it's going to be all forgotten. No, it doesn't work that way. So that's why I believe that Kenya probably had them pictures just in case, like as a get back. I just wish if she had done it on a smaller scale at a different event, if it had just been Kenya and Britt in the ladies, the girls circle, then that would have been one thing. But for her to do it at her event and ruin her event, I hate that for Kenya. But still, I don't believe that Kenya was justified for her actions, but I believe that she was justified for the get back, the retaliation. And I still feel as though Bravo failed Kenya, because had they stood up for Kenya in the first place, it never would have got that far. I stand by what I said. That's just my opinion. I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Let me know what you think.